Madam Forelady, has your jury agreed upon a verdict?
Yes.
On count one, strangulation or suffocation, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
On count two, the charge of assault and battery, what is your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Madam Forelady, members of the jury, hearken to your verdict as the court has recorded it. Upon your oath, you say that the defendant is not guilty of the count of strangulation or suffocation and not guilty of the count of assault and battery. So say you, Madam Forelady?
Yes.
So say all members of the jury.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Jurors, please be seated for a moment. Everyone can sit. Jurors, I told you during this trial and in my instructions that the verdict was your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
NFL star Stefon Diggs was just found not guilty of assaulting his former chef. She also accused him of strangulation, and this caused him to lose $16.8 million from the New England Patriots. A day after they lost the Super Bowl, he was released from the team, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why he beat the case is because we found out that Stefon Diggs and his personal chef was in an entanglement, you know what I'm saying? Like, when she first filed the lawsuit, she claimed that they weren't in a relationship, they weren't doing anything sexual. But when she took the stand, because when you take the stand, you have to, swear by oath, or, basically if you get caught lying, you can get in serious trouble for that. So when she took the stand, we found out that before she was even hired as Stefon Diggs' personal chef, they were sleeping together, right? And she got hired. She started living with Stefon Diggs full time, cooking them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, eggs and bacon for breakfast, ramen noodles for lunch, and, maybe some tuna salad and fried chicken for dinner, you know what I'm saying? But things started getting rocky when Stefon Diggs hired another woman who might have been his assistant or something like that, and he started sleeping with her too. So he was bringing this other chick to the house, right? The personal chef is living at the house, man. She got a BBL that look natural, Some people say it's a BBL. It looked natural to me, bro. It's personal chef, bro. Beautiful older woman, nice natural hair, very nice body, you know what I'm saying? And the two women were jealous of each other to the point where the other woman basically started, sending the personal chef text messages, cursing her out, calling her the B word and all type of stuff. And this is what caused all hell to break loose inside the home of Stefon Diggs. But let's get into what the prosecutor had to say about the personal chef.
So, was Miss Adams a perfect witness? No. She was argumentative, avoidant, difficult. But does that mean you should throw away everything she says? She said? No. I think it'd be easy for you guys to do that, but that's not your job. You guys are the jury. It's your job, your sacred duty, to comb over every bit of evidence you heard, to consider it, to give it the attention it deserves. The attention, the scrutiny, the weight it deserves. You don't have to like Miss Adams. You don't have to like the way she testified today and yesterday, but you do have to give her and her testimony the attention it deserves.
For a woman that's claiming that Stefon Diggs assaulted her, strangled her, when she was taking the stand, she was up there giggling. When she talked about how her and Stefon Diggs had a sexual relationship, she was even blushing, smiling, right? Looking like she was just straight up just reminiscing about getting her back blown out by Stefon Diggs, you know what I'm saying? And when they were asking her certain questions that she didn't want to answer, she would pause, she would avoid the answer. Instead of just directly giving an answer, she would basically argue with the person giving the question. You know what I'm saying? She was up there sweating bullets, you feel me? Just looking like a woman that was lying. And that's why ultimately Stefon Diggs was able to beat the case, because once they found out all of the details about the situation, because let's look at things in hindsight, right? Stefon Diggs, right? NFL superstar for the New England Patriots. He got about 5-6 kids with a bunch of different women, right? He's in a high-profile relationship with Cardi B, who he had a baby with while she was still legally married to Cardi B. Then He hires a personal chef to live with him full time, and he was already sleeping with her before she was hired as the chef. So if he was sleeping with her before she was even hired, you better believe she was sleeping with him after she was hired, because she was living in the man's house. And then Stefon Diggs hired another chick, and we don't even know what her job was. I think she was his assistant, because I mean, what was she doing? Maybe it was his masseuse. I'm gonna say it was either his masseuse or his personal assistant. He was getting it in with her too. So this man was sexually active with 3 women at the same time: personal chef, assistant / masseuse, and Cardi B. And you expect the prosecutors and the jury to believe that he put hands on this woman when she's up there on the stand? There was no point where she cried. There was no point where she looked like she was going through, you know, an anxiety attack or reminiscing what he did to her. This whole situation was an entanglement, bruh. This is a situation where a woman got jealous because Stefon Diggs was messing around with other women and her at the same time. She's cooking for this man, but she was making money though. I heard she was making $2,000 a week, which is, I mean, that's awesome, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's a really good job. You feel me? And ultimately, bruh, you know, it seems like she wanted more money because she was jealous of the other women that he was dealing with. She didn't like the fact that he was bringing women to the house that, you know, obviously assumed that her and Stefon Diggs was doing something, and they was cursing her out. So she basically tried to bribe this man and get extra money that she wasn't supposed to get. And when she realized that she couldn't get the money, because we also found out in court that she tried to she claims that Stefon Diggs, or I think it was either she offered Stefon Diggs to just give her 100 bands or something like that and she'll drop the case, or Stefon Diggs tried to give her a check to just ultimately get this, you know, thrown out before it got taken to court. And they wasn't able to come to an agreement, right? The same exact thing that happened with Diddy and Cassie. Remember when Cassie behind the scenes asked Diddy for $35 million? He didn't want to give it to her. So the very next day she filed a civil lawsuit basically accusing him of, you know, sex trafficking and stuff like that. It's the same thing. It's the same situation, bro. It's the same situation, except for, you know, there's all types of entanglements involved with this to where it doesn't make Stefon Diggs look guilty. And I got to give credit to Stefon Diggs, bro. He had a poker face this entire time in court. There was only one time he got caught slipping, and that's when the chef was walking out of court and Stefon Diggs looked at her, looked down at that beautiful, you know, BBL she got back there. That was the only time he slipped up. But the whole time, he didn't look stressed. He didn't look worried. Like, he looked like a man that was innocent, bruh. You know, kept a calm, relaxed face the entire time. He even teared up after he heard the verdict that he was not guilty. And even then, he still just looked like, you know, had the poker face on, bro. We got to give credit to Stefon Diggs. Like, Stefon Diggs, when your NFL career is over, I think you should become an actor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, for me looking, I don't know if he did this or not, but obviously, now that he's found not guilty, we can assume he didn't do this. Bro, he did a great job with his body language, bro, in court, man. And I think that's another reason why he got found not guilty on all charges. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't found guilty on strangulation, wasn't found guilty on, because the chef says that he smacked her as well. And she claims that he was choking her with his elbow. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got found not guilty on all of that stuff, bruh. So, listen, bruh, it's safe to say, man, Stefon Diggs, bruh, you a legend, bruh. Like, you a motivation to all the YNs across the world. You know what I'm saying? I definitely, you know, inspired to be like, I'm trolling, but in a way I'm not. I aspire to be like Stefon Diggs, bruh. If I can date a high-profile woman like Cardi B and make myself more popular than I already am, because he is an NFL player, right? And I can have a personal chef that lives with me full time, and I'm getting it in with her too. And I can have another chick that I hired to just massage my feet or be my assistant, go run to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's to go get me some food real quick. And I'm sleeping with all 3 of these chicks. And Cardi B was a married woman with Offset, bro. Like, that's legendary, bro. And we like, bro, City Boys, we up, man. It's safe to say the City Boys is up going into summertime, man. Summer's right around the corner, and this is a major W for the City Boys and YNs all over the world, man. Shout out to Stefon Diggs. I think the Patriots are re-signed this man. I think the Patriots owe this man an apology for releasing him before he was even found guilty. And at this point, bruh, they got to put a statue of Stefon Diggs, you feel me, in Washington, D.C., man. You know what I'm saying? We need a Stefon Diggs statue, man. Because, like, who else is doing this type of stuff and getting away with it, chat? Who else is getting away with what Stefon Diggs is? Not Nick Cannon ain't even doing the things that Stefon Diggs is doing, bruh. All these women know Stefon Diggs is for the streets, and they still sleeping with, bruh. They know he out here just pumping and dumping, and they still sleeping with the man, bruh. And he just beat the case. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Stefon Diggs, man. It's your boy Days. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. I'm out.